Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 39 of my Terraria Let's Play series. And today I'm going to try to work on hashing out this sign here. I did find out that I am missing some seeds. Apparently, in all of my adventures so far, I have yet to get some Waterleaf seeds, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that. And I only have, oh, that's not the inventory button, I only have 8 fire blossom seeds, which is enough to get started, but I was surprised. I thought I had a lot more than that. I do have 30 deathweed, 30 blinkroot, 30 moonglow, and 30 daybloom. And I have a bunch of clay, so you can possibly guess what I'm going to be doing. I'm making a farm. And it's going to be just a layered farm. For right now, I'm just going to go with about 30 of each. I might expand later. But the way it's going to be done, first off, I'm going to need, counting the water leaf, which I don't have any seeds of right now, I'll need 30 of each, so that's 180 clay pots. Let's go ahead and make some clay pots. I think I can make them here. That's a pink face. Clay pot. So that takes 6. Let's see if I can make 180. There's 100. Oh yeah, I should be able to make 180. So I'll need 81. There we go, 180. And I still have more than a stack left. Excellent. So you go somewhere. There you go. Alright, now, what the plan is, I'm going to come over this way. And at ground level here, right in this area, I am going to set up the farm. And it's going to be 30 pots all next to each other, 30 pots abreast. And, ooh, can I get a banner from you? Of course not. And it's going to be kind of cramped. However, there is a component that I'm going to need to get more of. I don't know if I can do the water duplication trick with lava or not. I've never messed with that. But for the water leaf to bloom, it needs to be in water, the actual plant itself. So not just the pot, but the plant. Same thing with the fire blossom. It needs to be submerged in lava. And I don't know how easy that's going to be accomplished. I know the clay pots take up a little bit more than a block in size, if I remember correctly. And what that means is the actual plants in the pots are going to need to be submerged. So I'm going to need a pretty fair bit of lava and water to get this working. But I'm going to fiddle with that after I get the main structure laid out. It's going to be probably all the safe ones at the bottom, and then the lava up at the top. That way I don't walk in and immediately have to scramble to stay out of lava. But I'm going to get this laid out and figure out the size of all this, and then I'll be right back. One thing I should mention about the way clay pots work is, as soon as you plant them, they stand a chance of immediately growing flowers in them just randomly. And they don't act like grass and flowers that you find on the surface. Get away from me, go away. Instead, you have to use a pickaxe or a pick or whatever in order to actually harvest the contents of the pots. So you can't just whoosh them away with the flick of your wrist. You have to actually harvest them, and you have to take into consideration the fact that the plants also need a little bit of room to grow. They also need, as basically, simple way to put it, with the base of the clay pot, it still needs to have enough room for you to walk through in order for some of the plants to grow. I know particularly the moonglow seed for sure. That plant needs to grow all the way up to the top of this area here. So when I'm going to have this laid out, and this is 30 clay pots, by the way. It's not huge, but it's a start. I'm going to have, let's see here. I could go platforms so I can just jump up through here, or I could have it solid floored, and then I will just have like a little access pathway on both sides, sort of like I did up here on the rope on to the sides, both sides of the painting part of the museum. Have some sort of access chute so I can go up and down on both sides. I haven't fully decided yet. I might have to just get it laid out and see how it feels from there, but I definitely don't want this to be completely encased in the crimson, so I'm going to need to use some blocks that are not going to mutate into crimson stuff. So I'm going to go get some materials now that I have the width of this laid out, and I will probably, ooh, hey, there's a thought. Let's go over to the showcase area for a second. I don't want it to be dark and dreary. And I've been using gold over in the museum, so I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Don't want to do the crimson stuff or the flesh stuff. What's this? This is tin. Do I have a bunch of tin? No. Well, I could. But the question is, do I have enough tin to actually make a building? Huh. I might have to go get some tin, because I do like the way that looks. It's got the brick feel, but it doesn't have the dullness to it. And I think the actual blocks themselves might sparkle, or am I imagining that? I might be imagining that. But the other thing about it is, it isn't all uniform, so it's got this differentiated texture that goes along with it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Tin it is. However, there's one other option. I might use tin wall, and then what's this? The cog for the actual structure itself, because that looks kind of cool too. I think that's what I'm going to do. Cog and tin back wall. Alright, it's settled. I need to buy some cogs. Alright, I'll be back. So the traveling merchant just arrived, and I had to hunt him down. He's living in the museum right now, of all places. And he had a red cape. So instead of what I was wearing, this mysterious black cape, which always showed up black instead of the purple like I have it dyed to be, the red cape actually shows up as purple. So I'm sticking with the red cape. I like it. No bonuses or anything. It's just a red cape, nothing special. But now it looks like my cape turns into my wings. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. I just wanted to show you the new cape that I got. Talk to you in just a moment. Okay, so now I understand why this is called cog wall. I wasn't able to get the full appreciation of how it looked until I made it several thick. Look at that. It's got all kinds of little wheels and cogs and sprockets and things going on in there. Now that is cool. So I'm officially going with the cog wall on this one. And I'm making the wall 3 thick so I can get all kinds of little gizmos and what's-its in there. And it is going to be glorious. Anyway, I just wanted you to see the cog wall before I actually got all this finished, so it wouldn't be a last-second surprise. Anyway, I'll be back. So I just caught a new butterfly. I got the Ulysses. It was fluttering around where I've been working over there, and let's see here. I already have the zebra swallowtail. There's the Ulysses. Alright, it is this sort of light bluish color with, I guess, gray around the wings. Something like that. There you go. A Ulysses butterfly. That is the right spot. Yes. So now I only need 3 butterflies and a worm. And I'm done with the zoo part of the museum, which is awesome. And I guess I figure while I'm recording, I might as well show you my progress. I have pretty much completed the building here. It's going to be lit by these torches. I might go with the ultra bright torches, come to think of it. But this is where the torches are going to be placed. That way there is enough light throughout. These 2 levels here, this is where the water leaves are going to go. So I can access them just by going in. And then up here will be the lava, so I can access all of this. And I have checked I can more than amply reach this to get the flowers out of here. So that is the way that works. While I'm recording, still, I might as well go ahead and also plant these daybloom seeds. And this is kind of tedious, but let's see here. I have to break that, alright. And it's still nighttime, I think. So I'm not sure if these will even grow just yet. It's hard to tell what time of day it is down here, because it's always dark in the crimson. I think I see stars, though, so it must be nighttime. Let's come up here. No, the sun is setting! Okay. So, once you have the plants in the pots, they won't sprout any new plants, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the brighter torches, the ultra brights or whatever they're called. But you do have to wait for them to grow, and they will only bloom and produce seeds at their given time. So Daybloom will only produce seeds during the daytime. Moonglow will only produce seeds at nighttime. Let's see here. Blinkroot will only produce seeds while they're flashing. I don't know what conditions that requires. It might be just any condition that it's what it seems when I'm down on the ground digging. But anyway, the deathweed requires it to be, I believe, a full moon. No, a blood moon, in order to get the seeds from the deathweed. And then the fire blossom has to be in lava, and the water leaf has to be in water. So there are a few criteria. Now, the way I have this set up is there are lips here that are too tall, so I can fill it up to above the level of the pots with water and lava, respectively, so that those plants can actually bloom. What are you doing in here? Did I leave the door open? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get what I can planted of these, and then I will work to set up the water and the lava. Not looking forward to that. No! Someone just actually opened my door. You goober. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. I will be right back. Okay, so it looks like I can actually accomplish this using the bucket. I only brought up this one bucket of lava, and as you can see, there's just this thin little layer of lava down there at the bottom of the pots. But it's a lot slower than using water. I kind of have to hit it right at just the right moment, and it's just starting to get that next layer. There we go. So I can do this, it's just going to take a while. The water, a cinch. This, not so much. But when I get this done, I'll be back, and hopefully all I'll need to do is wait for some of the fire blossoms to bloom so I can get their seeds, fill that in, and then I guess I have to go over to where some of the water leaves are and pour water? I don't know. I'll experiment. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like everything is in place. I have lava up here, and it is covering the tops of the pots, and I am able to plant the fire blossom seeds in there, and they're not going away. So it looks like they are likely to bloom, which is nice. I do need to go get some water leaves, and one other thing I need to do in here is make a back wall. Now, at first, when I had my idea for using the tin as the back wall, I did not realize that the cogs would be so busy. So, I'm thinking of actually just using regular stone brick, because the walls and the little layers here are busy enough just all by themselves. I don't need to also have the detraction from the area by way of having a very complicated wall. So I'm going to go make some more stone bricks, fill this area up, and hopefully things will stop spawning in here. Now, if I do expand, it will be in this direction over here off to the east, and what I'll probably do is just knock out this wall here and make the platforms be just longer versions of what they already are. Or, so I don't have to disassemble the lava and water, what I might do is just replicate this and have a copy of it over here on the right. But that will be determined later. For right now, I need to go get some walls, so I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. The wall is done, and I may in the future make a brighter colored back wall. I'm not sure yet, but the way this works, here, get off my screen, thank you, is if I come up to this here and use my pickaxe on it, I get not only the flower but also the seeds. Now, these ones that aren't full grown here, if you smash them before they have grown, you will not get any seeds. So you have to get them while they are blooming. Like day bloom on the bottom won't do any good until it's morning. The blink root, let's come up here. You can see when it's yellow, I get the blink root seeds, like so. And I think it's somewhere in the range of from 1 to 3 seeds per that you can get. The fire bloom up, or fire blossom rather, up here. Since it's in lava, I should be able to get seeds now. Let's see here. There we go, seeds. So let's plant you there, and then there and there. Excellent. So I am now able to get fire blossoms. So what that means is I must now go get some water leaf seeds. So I need to bucket some water, and you go away. Thank you very much. Anyway, I guess I will be heading off to the perimeters of my map and search for Waterleaf. So I'll be right back. Okay, so on my entire map, I have found two living planted water leaves. I found a couple others that were already loose for some reason, but these are the two. So I have them in water, and I'm going to eyeball them. And just so you know where I am, I'm all the way over there. I went from one end to the other, and those are the only two candidates. That's it. And I just have to stay outside the range of all these meteor blocks, and I won't be getting pegged by those meteor heads all the time. But I don't know if these are going to sprout while I'm standing here. I don't know if it needs rain or what, but I'm going to stick around this area for a little while. Maybe even get a crab banner. I don't know if I have one or not. And hopefully I will have some Waterleaf seeds in the near future. Wish me luck. I'll be back. So I thought this was going to be another bug, another critter that I could catch in a bug net, and that maybe the wiki didn't have them all listed, but as it turns out, it is not. This is called a sea snail, and it is annoying. Die. I got purple mucus. So far, still no waterleaf growth. I haven't given up hope, but this is sure going to take a while. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so I just learned that it does, in fact, have to be raining for these guys to bloom. So I'm going to patiently wait for it to rain, because I've been getting a lot of practice doing that lately, trying to get worms over on the other map that I've got going. So time to just hunker down and wait for rain. Oh well, I'll be back. Alright, now that it has started raining, you can see these little blue fluffy things on here. And now I have Waterleaf seeds. So I'm going to take advantage of the rain and see if I can get some more Waterleaf seeds anywhere else. I don't know if I'll be able to find any. I should be able to, but I'm going to take a look and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got over 30 Waterleaf seeds now, and I figure while I'm on this map I might as well see if I can get some sort of worm action going on here. So I'm going to stick around for a little bit and then I'll be back. Alright, I now have 30 Waterleaf plants in the pots there, with 3 seeds to spare. So now all I have to do to fill up this top one is get, I think, maybe a couple dozen more of the fire blossom seeds, and I see a bunch of fireflies. There we go. Aw, really? Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to move this guy somewhere else. because that's no good. He might take that spot again. I don't remember what the requirements are for summoning the Mr. Mushroom. There we go. Okay. That's what I was hoping for. There's a water leaf that has matured. Oh, that's what killed him. Those things. But I'm going to need to wait for rain for it to become harvestable. So, get it away. I wish there was a way to just prevent these guys from entering into structures. Oh well. But that is all of it. I just have to wait for that to grow for the fire blossom seeds, and everything will be full. So that is done. Let's get rid of this sign here. Is it this one? Yes. Alright, I still do need to make the corruption showcase. Did the cogs, pyramid, and living wood. I need to do all 6 of the high tier ores, or at least the rest of them. I still need the worm and a couple butterflies. And yeah, I need to do the wing sets, as well as look into the rest of the hard mode gear. But that's going to have to wait for a future bunch of episodes. There's still more things I need to put down here, like for instance, let's go ahead and edit this. Frost and Pumpkin Moon. Those are some doozies. But that is pretty much it. I got the potion, or the herb farm done, and I even managed to catch a new species of butterfly. So that is taken care of. But that's going to also have to be the end of the episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can, either in video or in the comments themselves. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, feel free to give me a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But it is time for me to move on to something else. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.